All right, man, am I running late tonight? 10:45 on Thursday, September 20th. This is to watch this video for Friday the 21st. SPY breaking out, new all-time highs. And here's what I'm watching for Friday. So ARLO, nothing pretty here. I actually own these cameras and I absolutely love them. I think they were already getting beaten up, and then today, Amazon teaming up with ADT or something like that, and it kind of really slapped Arlo. This thing is way oversold, and remember, oversold can get oversolder. I should copyright that. That's pretty good. Anyway, but this thing is pretty far away from the moving averages, looking for a snapback bounce tomorrow. Absolutely love their product, by the way. No reason to take a trade, but I do love their product. So here's some strong stocks I'm watching. NTEC, which has been touted as the next low price cannabis stock. Big day on Wednesday, then kind of a quiet inside day on Thursday. It is a nickel spreader, but I do like it over Thursday's high, which would be over 460. Keep our eyes on that. BLPH, still flagging, so I don't love this, but it's still in this flag, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. CRON, I like over 14. You have this inside day after this crazy day yesterday. Topped out right at a whole number 14. We love whole number breaks, especially when they coincide with the break of a previous day's high, which would be the situation tomorrow if it breaks 14. So I'm going to watch that one. OGEN, you have to zoom in, but I like this chart a lot, believe it or not. Let me try that again. All right, so you had this spike on over 5 million shares, I don't know, 6-7 days ago, where it topped out at basically 57 cents, and then you've got a 2-day high right at 51 cents. So over this 2-day high, it might test and maybe break through this 57 cents. So pretty good potential setup there. CRBP, just a massive day. Man, I had this on Gap Watch this morning and didn't catch it. It gave a nice little tight opening range break and just went crazy. But doesn't matter because I didn't catch it. There were several people in chat trading this on little mini breakouts. I saw several people post this over 7. Right here, it hit 750. Several people in chat were talking about this as it was coming up here. I'm not showing you the candle yet, but they identified a big seller at 750. I probably should have taken a screenshot, but I've been gone all afternoon or all evening, so. There were several people in chat posting the 750 break idea, and look what happens. I can't say enough about the teamwork in there. Went all the way up to almost 840. Really impressive move. Now, whenever a stock has made a huge move like that, the next day probably isn't the right day to trade it, but we're going to put it on watch. Sometimes the next day you get a low risk setup, but oftentimes within 2 or 3 days you get a really nice setup. So let's keep this one on watch. NLST. I don't love this. It had this crazy move. Then it gapped down on the secondary. Looked like it was rolling over. Then gaps up. So there's longs in trouble and there's shorts in trouble on this one. I certainly love it over 55 cents, which it hit the other day. But I also love it. Let's go to 15-minute candles. I also love it over today's high, which was 47 cents. I was actually watching this one today, but never gave me a setup. Anyway, I'm going to keep my eyes on that. It's a little obscure, but most of the stuff that showed up on my scanners were crazy movers, and so I'm trying to pick stuff that I don't feel like I'm chasing. All right, so this DTEA I think is being touted as a potential cannabis drink company. Massive volume today for this stock. Still wasn't 2 million shares, so keep everything's relative and keep your perspective on this one. But for this stock, that was a huge day, and it topped out at 385, but settled in at 335. Well, and like a lot of stuff, we're in a crazy market right now where stuff that closes strong is running more in after hours a high percentage of the time. And this is one example, DTEA, right? Closed at 335, and after hours it went up to 420. So all the way up here. And just to show you a couple other examples of that, IGC closed at 215, and after hours went to 231. NBEV, I've been talking about this one for 3 or 4 days. I'm embarrassed at how little money I've made off of this massive move. But this one, look at that. Closed strong, shorts are on the ropes, closed at 785, and after hours it went up to 10. And I think it closed after hours at 920 something. So there's another example. Stuff like this that's closing strong is running in after hours. So anyway, I'm not calling all of these for the watch list tomorrow, just pointing out the kind of market we're in. So back to DTEA, this one's interesting. It's probably a pretty low float with this volume being massive for the stock, and it still wasn't 2 million shares. So again, this one up to 420 in after hours. So we'll see if it gives a gap and go set up tomorrow. And then lastly, TRPX, another one closed at 572, ended up in after hours running up to 630 before the after hours session closed. So and then this is touted as another low priced pot stock. So there's a lot to watch. I'm fairly certain there'll be some gappers in the morning as well. Check the link down below for that lifetime special. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep it up, but I'm going to keep it up for a little bit. So it's been the most popular price and offer we've ever made. And again, you won't believe the teamwork in our chat room, and you won't believe how you'll actually learn setups versus, hey, I'm long right here with, some traders get so popular, I don't know, so big that they don't even remember how to trade an entry, a call anymore, a setup, right? They just know that so many people pile in after them that, and I'm not going to name names, but they can just call anything, anywhere, and load up and then sell into the rally that they create. So, we're nothing like that. We'll actually teach you to trade. If I get hit by a truck next week, you'll still learn all my setups and know how to trade them. So that's way more valuable, in my opinion, than chasing somebody's call and ending up in one of those, what I call musical chairs rooms, where everybody piles in and then it's everybody piles out, and the last one gets stuck, it gets in big trouble, right? So anyway, we'll add some gappers to this list in the morning, and I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see everybody tomorrow.